over me, and I don't feel like I got embarrassed.
Well, if he's not that good, what does that make you? To me, that's the definition of coping. He can't stand that out of all the modern day light heavyweights, his performance against Jones was the worst. Thiago Santos stole rounds from Jones. Dominic Reyes basically beat him according to most MMA fans. So every time Anthony Smith gets asked to speak about Jon Jones, he refuses to give credit and says that the only reason he lost is because
I just didn't show up, and Jon Jones is beatable.
Mike, I just didn't show up. I mean, on paper, I beat Jon Jones.
He's not that good.
That's an interesting quote. Yeah,
He's pretty fucking good. Not
He might be the greatest of all time.
individually. Like if you take his individual skill sets and you take them away, each one of those things are not a problem.
And when Anthony Smith has been pressed to address his comments on Jon Jones, he's chalked up Jones's skill to him just being coachable. And when Jon Jones is not being coached, he just goes back to holding pattern, whatever the fuck that means.
Winklejohn, when I fought him, if Winklejohn wasn't saying anything, Jon goes into a holding pattern.
Did your coaches just come up with that term when you were training for Jon Jones to make you feel better? Anyway, another one of Anthony Smith's most delusional takes is that Magomed Ankalaev isn't good. Now, anyone that watches the sport of MMA and has two fucking eyes can admit the surging Russian contender Magomed Ankalaev is as well-rounded as it gets. He has phenomenal wrestling, sambo, good fight IQ, power, and really slick striking. Magomed going into his fight with Anthony Smith was looking unbeatable, and lots of people were saying that it was just a matter of time before he was a champion.
They're talking about him like he's the second coming of Jesus.
But when the odds reflected this, Anthony Smith being a plus 350 underdog, which wasn't even that crazy, said that he shouldn't even be this much of an underdog even if he was fighting Jon Jones and Francis Ngannou at the same time.
Plus 350? Yeah. Go get your money. That's criminal.
Yeah.
God damn. If I was fighting goddamn Jon Jones and Francis Ngannou at the same time, I shouldn't be a fucking plus 350. That's crazy.
Delusion at its finest.